It's a Sunday! No, it's a Sunday evening. Anyway, we are live. We got a bit of Monster Hunter today. I was actually thinking about which game to play, but I think I am addicted to Monster Hunter. I bought this game 2 weeks ago and I've already got 50 hours in it, which for me is really hard. That's a lot of hours. Really hard, really high, high amount of hours. Oh, what's this? Don't want to talk to me. Yeah, it's like kind of like the final weekend before everything starts back up. It's just, past New Year's, and now I've been slowly starting things back up. Like I went to the office a couple times last week just to get into the swing of things. I went out this weekend, got lunch with a mate from work, and then got lunch with a mate, and I got hot chocolate after as well, after like a lot of walking around. And today was more chill, just stayed in and played games, now streaming. Played Persona 3 Reload, which was actually quite fun. Which was as fun as it can be, considering I played Portable way back when. But yeah, so it's kind of like a, getting back into the swing of things. Next week, I've got a few plans. There might be, not a party, but like a gathering going on a Friday with a mate. We'll see if that goes through. Catching up with another mate on Wednesday to get drinks, which will be good. And then Tuesday and Thursday, I do want to go Muay Thai, but we'll see how that goes. I've been doing a little bit of workouts. Like, even though I hate home workouts, I've been doing like mini versions of them just to get back into the swing of things. I do need to go into the gym, but the gym is going to be absolutely goddamn the New Year's. It's kind of ram-packed right now. So I'll still go, but I need to just work out the timing of it. But also, like, when you take a break from something and then you go in, there's always that like initial resistance period where everything just feels slower and sluggish, and it's such a pain in the ass to get back into the routine. And you're always like, why did I take a break from this? This is so But it is what it is. Although I did take a break because I was injured, but I wasn't. I feel like just by doing smaller workouts, like I need to do more stretching. That's what I need. I need like a stretch, I guess yoga-esque kind of workout, just to stay somewhat flexible and just not to be stiff, basically, just to loosen my muscles. I think if I added that routine in, I'd probably be a lot healthier, a lot better. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Now that I've said it out loud, it's probably not gonna manifest into anything. I'm not using any echo bubbles. Do you know what I'm really glad I did last year? I took a lot of videos. That's what I'm really happy with. I think this is taking videos is something I don't usually do, but I've really upped it. And I did for my Instagram, my personal Instagram, I did a little like recap of all the things I tried, and it was just so nice looking back on the year and being like, oh yeah, I did actually try out a lot of stuff and do a lot of things. It's just, I guess it's nice to have that documentation somewhere, that documented somewhere, just to look back on it. I mean, like, it was nice to look back on, after the year concluded, but I imagine it'd be nice to look back on in like 10 years as well. It's kind of why I also started recording my gameplay again. So we'll see how 2026 goes, It could be a decent year, it could be a terrible year, it could be an amazing year. I feel like for it to be an amazing year, I'm relying on a lot of luck, and I don't trust the universe to provide me that luck. But you never know. Never say no. I mean, like, when I've not trusted the universe, but going by the record the universe has for random events, most of them have not been great. Also, now that I'm like going out a bit more, when I'm like commuting to, whatever destination I need to get to, whether that's hanging out or going to the office, before I just like listen to music or podcasts, but for some reason I've not been in the mood to do that a lot. Yeah, I have my earplugs in just to avoid crazy people. I actually like found out Bandcamp has a radio station kind of thing. And I was listening to it while I was commuting, and I was like, oh, this is really cool, actually. Because it's just a random assortment of, well, not random, but it's like a curated assortment of songs by some random person, and it isn't tailored towards me in any way, right? Like, I select the radio station, like, do I want hip-hop or do I want metal? I want them to have more radio stations, but I haven't actually logged into the app, so maybe if I do that, I can find them. They don't make the radio stations easy to search. But as I was doing that, it was just so nice listening to a mix that wasn't like super hyper curated for me. Because whenever I would use Spotify or whatever, they tend to play like the same 30 songs over and over. And I'm on the freemium tier, the free tier. I'm not selecting my own songs all the time. And it'll just randomly suggest new songs that I don't care about. And I keep saying I don't care about, but it insists on giving it to me. But it's like sort of having a tailored algorithm. Like, I have this problem with YouTube. It's the reason I haven't paid for YouTube Premium, because I watch a lot of videos in incognito because I don't want them fucking up with my algorithm. Like, if I'm slightly interested in a topic, I want to watch one video on it and then be like, or maybe two videos, and be like, okay, cool, I've done that, and not have it like spam similar videos on my algorithm, being like, oh, you watched a video about, I don't know, torturers in the medieval times. Here's now like 50 videos you can watch. Okay, that was on me. I just kind of stood there. About medieval times or torturers. And I'm like, no, I just had like a brief interest for 2 hours on this topic. I watched a bunch of videos. I'm done. You know, like, we're finished here. Stop recommending me these videos. And because of that, I watch a lot of videos in incognito. Or, like, you know, if I'm looking at Monster Hunter builds, I might only be interested in one video every 3 weeks or something. But the algorithm will just spam me a ton of Monster Hunter clips. And it'll also, like, make it really memey. Like, Instagram does this as well. Like, I wanted to tailor I had to re-wipe my algorithm because it was just so many, like, shitty like, unfunny memes done by, I don't know how to, like, brain rot accounts, I guess, are the best way to describe them. You know, like, generic motivational accounts or historical moment accounts that are just memes, basically, at the end of the day. They provide, like, the caption feels like ChatGPT generated content. I was getting a lot of that, so I wiped it, and I was like, okay, it now works, because I mostly just get, like, one type of content, which is snowboarding. But I was trying to get, like, drum covers and guitar covers on the algorithm, and so I'd, like, specifically watch reels that were only, like, you know, people doing drum covers or guitar covers. But I noticed on my on like my suggested reels, half the time it would just be memes, or like memes about drumming and guitar playing. And I'm like, I don't care about the memes. Give me more like suggested covers. That's what I want it for. That's why I'm not like a huge fan of massively tailored algorithms. Oh shit. That's why I've been liking that Bandcamp radio station. I want more of it, but I don't know how. It'd be nice if there was more of that going on, especially with like, I wish my social media feed was like that, but you know, I'm not a huge social media person at the end of the day, because I actually like downloaded an app to lock my my use of Instagram. I deleted TikTok a while back because I was just getting sick of how I had to like be very conscious of what I was watching and scrolling on, so I could get the right feed I wanted and not be like served brain rot meme content 30 times a day. So I got rid of that, and then Instagram, I basically put a lock screen on. Well, I used an app to like lock. Basically, every time I'd open Instagram, it would block it up and be like, "Hey, you're using Instagram, so get off it." And it works. It worked for a bit, and then the apps I used stopped working, so I need to get a new one. But it's like, it was good enough that it conditioned me. Here we go. It's now conditioned me that every time I open up Instagram, I go, oh wait, I don't want to be on here. So the app's already kind of like done its work after a couple of days. I mean, we'll see how effective this is as it carries on. As the days go on. But I'm happy with it so far. But then that's still like with the Instagram thing, where I have a bit of a buffer between me and opening Instagram. Well, in that case, it was like a full-on block. I was telling my mates yesterday that I kind of want that with snacks. Like, I can't buy snacks because as soon as they're in the house, I will eat them all, as evidenced by all the biscuits I bought and ate immediately within the day over the Christmas period. But I was saying, if I had a lockbox where I put all the snacks in a lockbox, and there was a mental buffer by like me having to unlock, holy shit, having to unlock the box before I can get a snack, I think I would snack way less. Which sounds insane, but if you think about it, like when I'm snacking, I'm kind of doing it unconsciously, and then as soon as I take a bite, I'm very conscious about it, but I've already taken a bite and I can't. My willpower is so low, I know I'm not going to be able to finish. I know I won't be able to stop myself, and I'll still like try and keep eating it. But if I had to like consciously go somewhere else and get a key first, I would absolutely, it would snap me out of it. But you know, it's too much of a gamble for me to. I just want to buy snacks. I think that's the play. Although my biscuit obsession was quite bad, because I went to the office and they were like leftover biscuits, and I ate them all. But yeah, so yesterday, Saturday. Got lunch with a mate and went for hot chocolate. The hot chocolate venture was quite interesting. Like, we had, like, I think we met up at 2 p.m.-ish, and then when we got to the place, it was like 2:10, 15-ish, and then there was no queue. Usually sometimes you have to queue for it, but we didn't have to queue at that time, which was nice. And then we were like, oh, we should get hot chocolate. So we were around an area, we were around like Covent Garden, Soho area, and there's a place called Canoops that my other mate took me to before. And they do hot chocolate, and it was good hot chocolate. Like, they give you the percentage of chocolate you want, so the higher percentage, the darker the hot chocolate is. I think I got 70% because I never had, like, proper hot chocolate before. I've only ever had powdered hot chocolate. And it was good, and don't get me wrong, it was good. But it's £7. But that branch they had in Covent Garden doesn't have indoor seating area. It doesn't have, like, an indoor sitting area. And because it was freezing yesterday, I think it was -1 degrees, but it felt like -12, as in, you know, like, the weather channels or the weather stations or whatever, it'll have like what does the temperature feel like? It wasn't like I'm saying it felt like -12. They were saying it felt like -12. And so we were like, I don't want to just take hot chocolate and walk around. Even though I was wearing gloves yesterday, it was fine. I was wearing thick socks, but I didn't feel like it was thick enough. I was freezing. It was still free. Like, it was basically my face and my feet that were freezing. I could wear a ski mask, for my face, but I think I need to double layer on socks because it's a very frosty period. So we were like, okay, so we were like, let's not go to Canoop's, let's go to another one. And there was like another hot chocolate place near where we were having lunch. That was like a 10-minute walk away. So we were like, okay, cool, let's go there. So we take a really long walk, and it's like really busy as well because it's the weekend and it's a busy part of central London. And so we get there and then we realize it's just crowded, super busy. So then we wander around for the next 10 minutes around the area, just looking for a nice place that does hot chocolate. We almost resign ourselves and just go to like a normal cafe that does it. But then we find somewhere called like the Italian Bear or something. And I get closer to it and I'm like, oh, there's a line, but it's like, maybe 4 groups of people in front of us. So we can get there. And then my mate's like, no, look across the street. And there's like a huge line across the goddamn street. And I was like, okay, no, if we wait here, we'll be waiting out here in an hour for the hot chocolate. Like, I'm not even doing, probably like an hour, like 50 minutes to an hour just for some... It's not like, the place isn't just like a hot chocolate place either. Where are my support hunters? It's not just hot chocolate, they do food. They do like some Italian food and they do like Italian desserts as well. But I'm like, it's too cool to be waiting out here for an hour. But she mentions there's like another chain. About another 10-minute walk away, 15-minute walk away. So we end up like trying to decide between there and a different place. We go to the second chain, end up there and end up waiting like 15-20 minutes for it. And then, so yeah, then we finally get our hot chocolate. And it was quite nice. Once again, it was like £7 for it. I got like for a large dark thing. And we got like, I think there's cinnamon on it as well. So it was like an extra 50p or something. I forgot what, like, you pay extra for toppings. And it was good, but like, I don't know, just to expect, like, I'd get it. I think I've had my hot chocolate for the year, you know what I mean? Like £7 for hot chocolate. Even if it's good, it hurts. That's probably, and there's probably like a cheaper place that does it anyway. But it just feels like going out to do stuff is too expensive. Like, my Saturday plan was fun, but like, yeah, I don't know, I need to do cheaper stuff around. I want to do more nature walks, so I'm going to see if I can wrangle people in for that. But I read 24 books this year and I properly started reading in April, so that's quite impressive. Like, I could have easily got to 30 if I carried on. I read medium-sized books, so like between 300 to 600 pages. I think the longest book I read was Brandon Sanderson's Storm at Archive 5, which is, I think, like I don't remember how many pages. There's a lot of pages. It's definitely over a K, I think. And then the shortest book I read was The Stranger, which was only 100 pages. It came out in like the 1940s. Wasn't a huge fan of it. But it's very famous, apparently. I did actually finish a book just recently as well. It could have been 25 books. Because I finished Homegrown, which was really good.